to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. At this point, we'll have a moment of silence. Thank you. Andrea, roll call.
Council President Chamberlain?
Here.
Councilor Schneider?
Here.
Councilor Stickley?
Here.
Councilor Jeff Steeritz?
Here.
Councilor Griggs?
Present.
Councilor Scott Steeritz?
Here.
We have all members present. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Hopefully all members have had a chance to review the prior meeting minutes. And maybe we're ready to entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
I would make that motion.
Thanks, Harold.
I'll second.
Thanks, Patrick.
Motion to approve the prior meeting's minutes moved by Councilor Stickley and seconded by Councilor Griggs. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
It doesn't appear that we have anybody in the audience that is interested in addressing us. And moving on along the agenda, committee reports. Patrick, I think we have tree commission meeting minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was pretty quick. Still discussing, the main thing is the Tree City USA, trying to gather our thoughts and how to go about actually reserving things without knowing that we're actually going to do it. So that's just kind of been a big topic of discussion. So that was the main thing. There was also actually a tree report on the Indian Hills Trail. So I think there's 6 trees that died back there, and they chose 6 different trees that they're going to plant in their place. And then I think that Larry he sent us a list, and I think that just came through today, of trees around the city that they're going to look at taking down, and Rick wants to look at all those. So, but that's basically it. Like I said, the main topic is the Tree City USA for next year.
Gotcha. And as we sit here today, that's still looking to go forward next year.
And yes, as of today.
Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Moving along into department head reports, Chief Sluter is in absentia, and there's Police Chief Chittenden. All yours, Chief.
Not much on my agenda tonight. The main thing I wanted to say was a big thank you to the Delta Eagles and former Village of Delta Mayor Dan Miller for organizing the Backing of Blue Barbecue. That was Saturday. We had a really great turnout. It was awesome to see the support from the community. They were coming out there to support police departments. I got to talk to several people as I was taking tickets, and you know, just the words of encouragement and telling us that they support us and everything like that was really awesome to hear. So I just wanted to say thank you for that, and it was a great event.
Was it a full day? How long did you spend out there, Chief?
I was there from about 11:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. So
yeah, that's a full day.
Definitely a full day for it.
Any questions for Police Chief? Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Yep. Moving on to the Director of our Public Services, Keith Corbett.
We had a special council meeting on Thursday, just to let you know that I was able to get the grant submitted for the OPWC, which is the Ohio Public Works Commission grant, in the tune of $412,500. The project itself is for South Brunel Street, and the engineer's estimate is about $1.2 million to rebuild, completely redo the street. So it's about a third of the project. Our ADA downtown sidewalk project that's been on the books, I think, almost since most of you have been on council. We are pushing it through. Since we're using revolving loan funds for a portion of it, we need to get state approval. And with COVID, that's what's holding it up right now, but we're hoping to get that state approval in the next 2 weeks so we can put it out to bid before the end of the year. So I'm hoping to get that cleared up and off of our books this year yet. Our pool has been winterized and shut down for the season. The minor repairs to the slide were completed by Ask Vortex pools, excuse me, and that has been taken care of. We've got a few other minor repairs that will be done throughout the winter. The rope around the speed slides is broken. That's going to have to be replaced with something different that doesn't hold up very well. And we've got a few minor things in the bathhouse that have to be fixed. We're also going to have Astro Pools come out sometime throughout the winter or spring to do a inspection of the pool to make sure that everything is okay and working properly. And lastly, fall cleanup scheduled for September 28th at the Public Works Garage, 430 Cole Street, and coming off of Napa, between Napa and Brett's Towing there, the driveway there. It's September 28th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then Saturday, October through the whole week, Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and then Saturday it'll be 8 to noon, and that's ending October 3rd. That's it, unless anyone has any questions.
Yeah, a quick question. Have they started sidewalk repair yet?
They have started. If you've seen out here, they've got the one section done here at the front pad.
Okay.
And they've also got one done here over at the corner of Clinton and Jefferson, and they're working them in between other jobs. Hopefully we will get the entire list that we have of backdated ones done this year so that we can start on a regular repair schedule from here on out.
I know at the end of the year, Keith, of the pool, sometimes you see reports as to what expenses and revenue we experienced throughout the swim season. Is that something that we might be able to view later on, you think, or?
I'll refer that to Jamie, but I believe, if I remember right, we're about 13,000 in the red.
Oh, you didn't get to the black this year, huh?
Didn't get to the, well, unfortunately we had to, it was a perfect year to get into the black, but we had to restrict the number of people coming in, so.
Otherwise, you would have been there, I bet, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's still better than 120,000 in the red.
Yeah.
That's what the old one used to be.
Anything else for Keith tonight? Yeah, here.
So the millage for the pool is gonna be on the ballot?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And we always like to say that's a renewal at a reduced rate.
Yes.
Correct, yeah.
I got one other question.
Yeah.
So when we approve the minutes, are we approving the minutes from last meeting as well as the special council meeting?
Those were included, the September 10th special council meeting and the committee of the whole.
Okay,
Yeah.
just so we're covered.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Anything else for Keith? Moving on to the director of our finance, Jamie, what do you got?
I heard from our auditors that they are finishing up. Last I heard, there were no issues this year that they're going to address, so hopefully that stays the same. They still have about 15 more days until it's due, so hopefully they don't find anything before then. Also, we'll be meeting with the department heads tomorrow because we have some coronavirus relief funds that are still available, so we're going to do some brainstorming and hopefully come up with some ways to use that money up and not have to give it back. And that's all I have tonight.
Maybe some motion activated stuff at the pool too. I mean, I don't know what you got there right now, maybe some hands-free stuff, I don't know. Anything for Jamie? Our law director, Tom, the floor is yours.
I really don't have much of anything to report. I guess following up on Harold's question, we have approved the ballot language with the Board of Elections, and I think that's all set to go. And it is clear on the language that it's a reduction of the millage. But we were working with our council in Cleveland and reviewing it with the Board of Elections, but I think we're good to go on that. And the only other thing, I just ordinance 2020-8, which is a second ordinance which revises the tax code to reflect the slight decrease in the income tax credit for folks who are working outside of the city. That's just following up a previous vote recommendation by council, making it codified or putting it into the codified ordinances. So that's all I have to say. Everything else I think is legal in the state of, in the city of Wauseon. At this very moment.
At this moment. Right. Any questions for our law director? Good deal. Moving into the reading of legislation. First reading. Ordinance 2020-7. An ordinance amending section 957 of the codified ordinance of the city of Wauseon. This is, remember, members involving the Rotary Pond rules and regulations. Looking for a first reading.
I'll make that motion. Second.
Motion to place ordinance 2020-7 on first reading moved by Counselor Schneider and seconded by Counselor Jeff Steeritz. Is there any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Jeff Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Griggs?
Yes.
Counselor Scott Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Council President Chamberlain?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
Thank you. Next item for first reading, ordinance 2020-8, an ordinance amending section 191.081A of the codified ordinance of the city of Wauseon. This legislation is involving the resident income tax credit. Looking for a motion to accept, to move forward in the first reading.
I would make that motion.
Thanks, Harold.
I'll second it.
Thanks, Patrick.
Motion to place ordinance 2020-8 on first reading moved by Counselor Stickley and seconded by Counselor Griggs. Is there any discussion?
I have just one question. Jamie, do you have a way to notify the people that are affected by that?
Yes, Trish and I have been talking about that. We would like to get it on our Facebook page. We will hopefully have an article in the paper. We will also be contacting all of the CPA firms, letting them know of the change so that they can pass that on to their customers. We'll also put notice on our water bills. So there's several different options that we have available to get the word out.
Thank you.
That's 1%. Is that what that's going to be?
Yeah.
Jamie.
Yeah, they will receive 1% credit, which means they will be responsible for 0.5% additional.
That's what I thought.
Any further discussion? Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Griggs?
Yes.
Counselor Jeff Steeritz?
Yes.
Council President Chamberlain?
Yes.
Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Scott Steeritz? 6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
It appears there's no second or third reading tonight. Moving into new business. Any new business from members or department heads?
I would just like to mention, I think we got an email from Tracy Bierman about possibly putting in a quarter acre or acre of the property out at Homecoming for the monarch butterflies, where in turn then that would cut down on the mowing for people. I think it's a good idea personally, but I don't know what, if we're going to need to get a motion to that, or if he's going to bring something in.
I think the topic could be referred to Park Board, since it's involving Homecoming Park, and let it start there. I would just like to make sure that the Park Board does extend an invitation to Tracy Bierman. And I think there appears to be some government funding to support such an endeavor as well. So maybe something the Park Board can discuss at their next meeting. And Tracy, I'm sure, would be more than happy to appear and provide some explanation as what his thoughts are. And then I think we have a survey out still, Patrick, for parking over.
Yeah, when did you put did you put a final date on that?
September 30th.
Okay. Once those results come in, then you guys would decide whether or not to have a street. Okay.
Yes, sir. Parking along Cherokee.
The street committee's doing a little polling of the neighborhood before they decide to, whether or not to entertain the topic. Anything else in new business? All right. Moving on, looks like we need an approval of the bills.
I'll make that motion.
Thanks, Steve.
Second.
Thanks, Earl.
Motion to approve and pay the bills moved by Counselor Schneider and seconded by Counselor Stickley. Is there any discussion? Counselor Schneider?
Yes.
Counselor Stickley?
Yes.
Counselor Scott Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Jeff Steeritz?
Yes.
Counselor Griggs?
Yes.
Council President Chamberlain?
Yes.
6 yeas, 0 nays, motion carries.
A motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion to adjourn moved by Counselor Jeff Steers and seconded by Counselor Stickley. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Why are they so short?
Motion carries.